What really happened in Paris? Why did BTS's Jimin and Jungkook suddenly appear in the City of Light without any official announcement, without loud fanfare, and seemingly without the intention to be seen? Something feels different. This wasn't just a celebrity vacation. It was a moment that silenced speculation, yet sparked a deeper curiosity. In recent days, photos of Jimin and Jungkook have gone viral across social media. They were spotted at Charles de Gaulle Airport, strolling quietly through the streets of Montmartre, and even visiting a small local art studio known only among Parisians. But what shocked fans wasn't where they went, it was how they did it. No large media entourage. No glamorous appearances. No signs of promotional activity. So what were they doing there? The first clue came from a brief encounter with a street artist. When asked where they were from, Jimin softly replied, "We're not here to perform. We just want to feel sincerity again." Jungkook smiled, his eyes speaking volumes. Speculation exploded. Some suspected they were working on a secret project, not a typical music release, but something much more personal. A piece dedicated not to the charts or the industry, but to those who've been with them since day one. ARMY. And here's the shocking truth. Sources within HYB, who requested anonymity, revealed that this trip wasn't business-driven. Jimin and Jungkook were preparing something they called an artistic love letter to ARMY. They chose Paris because it had an energy that felt quiet but warm, just like the connection they feel with fans after so much time apart. And press conferences. No ingenious publicity. Just two young men walking slowly through a city of art and history, rediscovering something pure, love, without conditions, between idols and the fans who love them unconditionally. And maybe that's the real reason for this trip, not for popularity, but for us. If you expected to find them on a red carpet or flaunting designer clothes, you'd be mistaken. But if you understand the language of their silence, you'd know their presence in Paris was a message, a quiet, deep message that words couldn't quite express in a live stream or commercial campaign. Their visits to quiet spots around Paris, like an old café by the Seine or a tiny gallery in Le Marais, only emphasized that they were searching for something invisible. Maybe inspiration. Maybe peace. Maybe just the chance to feel alive again after years under the spotlight. A fan from France shared a heart-wrenching story of Jungkook pausing in front of a street musician playing Spring Day. He didn't say a word, but his eyes glistened. He lowered his head, placed something in the musician's case, and walked away. As if everything, memories, longing, love, was carried in that one silent moment. What were they looking for? Not fame. Not attention. They were searching for feeling. To reconnect with a part of themselves that might have been lost amidst the noise of celebrity life. And in Paris, quiet, artistic Paris, they seemed to find something that couldn't be touched inside a studio or massive arena. Some armies believe this is a transition, a quiet moment before a storm. Could they be preparing a new chapter? Not just a comeback, but something that dissolves the boundaries between artist and audience. No one knows for sure. But one thing is clear. They weren't there for the headlines. They weren't chasing the spotlight. They came to remember, to feel again, and maybe to start something new. Now, after their quiet departure from Paris, the trace of their presence still lingers, not in posters or flashy billboards, but in the emotional wave they left behind. This wasn't the marketing stunt. It was something deeply human. Fans have started calling this period the silent era, a moment of stillness before a powerful return. A time when Jimin and Jungkook chose to speak not through words, but presence. When they chose to step back, not to disappear but to feel, clues are being pieced together. Some believe they're working on a private documentary. Others think they're writing a deeply personal song. Still others are convinced this is their way of giving back to the fans, through a project that won't be announced loudly but will arrive when the time feels right. Whatever they're creating, one thing is certain. They are still here, and every quiet step they took through those Parisian streets, there was a message louder than any song. We haven't forgotten. We're still with you. Paris may be just a city, but this journey, without cameras or press, reminded us of something far more lasting. That beyond the madness of fame, there is still room for honesty, and maybe that's why this trip matters so much. Not for popularity, but for the heart, for memories, and for us. Now, fans are no longer just waiting for official news. They're cherishing the silence. Because like Paris, beautiful even on cloudy days, their presence was a form of love. Not loud or flashy, but soft and steady, like a heartbeat. Some fans have started archiving every little detail from the trip. A pencil sketch Jungkook bought by the Seine, lyrics Jimin was seen scribbling while staring at Notre Dame, or a candid moment when they sang an old song to themselves, unaware someone nearby was listening. These small things have become emotional relics. Not just memories, but fragments of their soul left behind for us to find, feel, and understand. Even the staff at the small hotel they stayed at revealed they made no special requests, only privacy. They were quiet, very polite. Like they were searching for something, said a receptionist. Something, it seems, not found in places, but in feelings. Feelings they once had before the world became too loud, too bright, too overwhelming, and maybe that's what they brought back from Paris. When they returned to Korea, there was no official statement. No press. Just the same silence in which they arrived. But armies didn't need words, because they already understood. This kind of love doesn't need explanation. It only needs to be felt. Sometimes, the greatest form of love isn't screaming on a stage or weeping during an encore. It's presence, quiet, steady, and real, like their footsteps through the old streets of Paris, under gray skies, unnoticed by many, but everything to us. And when they finally open the next chapter, whether through a song, a film, or a simple message, we'll be ready. Not because we waited for news, but because we always knew they never really left. They just gave us space for longing, for hope, and for a love that will return in the most unexpected but most honest way. Just like them, Jimin and Jungkook point to names that will always come back, not for popularity,